Honorable Minister, good afternoon. Allow me to say protocol observe. I am honored to be part of this gathering today, celebrating the relaunch of Womesa, which is one of the initiatives that is very close to my heart. And I can disclose, Honorable Minister, I'm married to a woman in Maritime.
Yes.
They say if you can't beat them, join them. And our story is very memorable because she was a very nagging woman. I was a mariner. And I thought, you know what? She complains too much. Let me her join me as a mariner. And she joined me, and we've been there for 27 years together. Always remind me of this because she raised us, 8 of us. My dad passed away when I was 2, and there was 8 of us, and this is what she left with 4 until I am this man today. So I'm raised by a woman. I can't say it's a single woman. She was a widow, but she gave us that strength. I wrote a little bit of a poem today for the women in Maritime. I'm not going to, and I'll read it. I said, women in Maritime do not need any approval of any man. Strong women in Maritime sails the seas, the rough seas. They conquer them by themselves. With the inner strength that they had, they really showed that the maritime world can be conquered. Women in Maritime, you are a brave woman in an industry that proved not to be so kind to women. Because you had a dream, you accomplish your goals with distinctions. Never let anyone break your heart. Be strong enough to put everything together yourself as women in Maritime, like we are gathering here today with the relaunch of this Womesa South Africa. Women in Maritime, you are constantly put to test. Your maturity is keeping you going at all strength. The scripture is giving you this. The Proverb 35, verse 25 is Proverb 31, verse 35. My affection for your maturity never fades. And there's a slide that is being shown here. That is my affection. Is that facts don't lie. It was in this province in 2012 when we set ourselves a goal. I think Captain Dubego was sitting here. I was just 1 year appointed as a chief harbor master. And we had our Harbour Masters Forum. And in that Harbour Masters Forum, with only one Harbour Master at the time, it was Nontindiso Jazi. And we set ourselves a goal to say, if we don't achieve 50-50 split within 10 years, we would have failed of Harbour Masters. Honorable Minister, we did it in 5 years. And of course, the witnesses are in your house. We've got Captain Slindile, he's here. We've got Captain Dube. We've got Captain Klude. We've got Captain Zungu. They are all ladies. And we didn't appoint the ladies just because they are ladies. They are made of strength. And I go back to quote again in terms of my Proverb 31, verse 25, is that their strength and dignity allow them to serve the maritime industry with distinctions. And captains, I wish you well, and I hope that you're going to really contribute to the Womesa South Africa in many ways, only other. I watch with joy. That's my poem. I watch with joy every time when I see the maturity of the women in Maritime. All the time. It makes me happy. My heart goes out to the movement with compassion, maturity, demonstrate that maritime world it's not the world of men. And South Africa has shown that everywhere where I go in the world, I make sure that I advocate that maritime in South Africa is transformed. It's not about to be transformed. It's transformed. 40% of our employees in Transnet TNPA are ladies in the maritime department. And that's a fact. Minister, in closing, I want to leave the congregant with one of my philosophy. What drives me all the time when I wake up in the morning to go to work is about leadership. It says leadership is not about, it says leadership is about making others better as a result of your presence. Make sure that the impact lasts in your absence. So when we formulated the strategy of transforming the maritime department in TNPA, it was not about me. It was about what was there, and it's about what we're going to leave behind. And I'm glad to say that we have produced capable leaders that can take maritime anywhere in the world, and they can compete with the best in the world. At any time, when I'm asleep at night, I don't wake up if there's an emergency, because I know I've got capable captains to lead the industry and to take over when I fall. Thank you very much, Minister and colleagues. That was my story.